You know, it's like I really felt the movement there. You know, and Wendy closing it out with the menstrual cup soup. You know, I'm gonna have to get that full recipe: onions and carrots, celery. You know, full bunch. Oh, what's going on with me? Well, it's that time of year that I hate when little kids keep calling me fat. You know, well, I guess they're not really, just saying, "Hey, you're fat." They're like, "Hey, are you Santa Claus?" I'm like, do I look that fat? Get out of here. Um, my hair, you can see look at my hair. I'm at that point now where people jokingly call me Don King in the front and Bob Marley in the back. I think that's hateful. I prefer to think of myself as Doc Brown from Back to the Future in the front and Bob Marley in the back. Uh, holidays, got through Thanksgiving. I uh, I felt kind of good about this Thanksgiving, with everybody doing the sort of paring down the holiday, because as the one who does the cooking in my house, it was really nice that it was just going to be, me, my son, and my wife. Because usually we get a ton of people. My son's a millennial, so he's always bringing home people. My wife is very liberal, so she's always bringing home homeless people. So, invariably, I always get that, "Oh, surprise! I'm a vegan." Which I always reply, "Surprise! Even the vegetables are made with bacon." And they're always like, "Oh, well, I'll just have bread." Okay, cheddar bacon biscuits, have at them. Well, maybe I'll just have water. Okay, sparkling water infused with bacon. Yeah. But I think if I think of myself, I am probably the opposite of a vegan. The most opposite of a vegan. Like I don't care about this Impossible Burger. I'm waiting for somebody to come up with an Impossible Salad. You know, where all the lettuce, cucumbers, and carrots are actually chicken, veal, and lamb. And I'm sure even if they do that, I'm gonna sprinkle bacon bits on top of it. That's the way I roll.
It's raining.
Uh-oh. Am I getting rained on?
A little bit.
Yeah. Can I get electrocuted if I hang on to it?
You
No,
could.
okay. The guys are under a tree back there. You're okay? We're good. All right. So, where was I? I have been spending time in the COVID, working on me, trying to be the better man. Because like most comedians, I have issues. Turns out I have terrible road rage. In fact, the other day a bird pooped on my windshield, and I followed him back to his nest and shit in it. Not a good look. Not a good look. Luckily, the lady who was watching me out of her second-story window called a couple of policemen to help me down out of that tree. Because that's the thing, when you're in rage, you can scamper up a tree just like a squirrel, but coming down's a different proposition. Coming down, you're a sex offender. At least that's what the judge called me. So now that I've disclosed that to you, we can move on. We're all good. Like many African Americans, I do suffer from big bones, which is compounded by the fact that I'm fat. I tried running, but I found I can only run if there's a Popeyes at the end of it. So I'm no longer a runner. Mainly because they were always out of chicken sandwich. So I don't know. Did you ever go to a McDonald's and order so much food that you bought a second soda simply because you didn't want the people behind the counter to know you're going to eat all that yourself? No? No one else? Okay. I can't see those people in the back. I think some of them may be lying. I guess what I need a fat guy gym. That's what I need. I need a gym that's got, I don't know, like a 14-foot rope climb to a bucket of chicken. Maybe every treadmill has a full Thanksgiving dinner at the end of it that you just can't quite get to. Or, they take you outside and actually make you run down the ice cream truck. I need incentive, I guess is what I'm saying. I need incentive. I am married. I've been married for 28 years. Wow, thought that up. Yeah, Eddie was talking about sex, and I'll tell you, when when you're in a relationship that long, a lot of times the things that you're doing in the bedroom are not about you. They're about what your partner likes. And my wife is really into fisting, to be honest. It doesn't really do much for me, but I think it's because she has really tiny hands. Yeah, see, a lot of times guys won't laugh at a joke like that. It sounds kind of gay, a hand up your butt. That's the thing for us heterosexual men. The gay bar is so low. It's usually in a basement apartment or something. No, I mean, the gay bar is so low for us, Not so much for women. I know women who sleep with other women and still consider themselves heterosexual. Guys will still date them like they're heterosexual. We can't pull that off, For us, homosexuality is it's like cannibalism. It's a yes or no proposition. There's really no middle ground, No dude's ever turned into his wife or significant other and saying, hey, one time in college, me and my roommate got drunk and we experimented and we killed and ate a homeless guy. No. That's cannibalism. So, I guess what I'm saying for us, if you suck a dick, you're gay. If you eat a dick, you're a cannibal. Maybe a little gay too, because you could have had a hand or a foot. I don't know why you decided to eat that part. So you might want to see somebody like that. But Eddie was talking about porn, and I'm a married man, so I'm doing the porn, Gotta be honest. The hot stuff now is this amateur stuff. People making their own videos. And, if you search long enough, you're going to find somebody that doing porn. For me, it was my next door neighbor. It was awkward because he was with my wife. But, hey, I still came, but it was bittersweet. It was bittersweet. But I got to tell you, I was angry. I was waiting for her to get home. I had the laptop at the front door. I had that video queued up. She came in, and I'm like, look at this. This video is 90 minutes long. I can't believe you were over there that long and didn't get back my cordless drill. Bitch, you are selfish. I guess you can tell from my hair that I am African American. So I have been inspired at the beginning of the year with the BLM movement, making some traction. I thought it was really nice that corporate America let Aunt Jemima, Mrs. Butterworth, and Uncle Ben off the corporate plantation. I thought that was good. I think the thing I like the most is that we got to go first. Because usually black people don't get to go first. I mean, a lot of times we don't get to go at all. I could have seen them starting out with, I don't know, child labor, and letting little Debbie and Wendy go. Maybe going with gay rights and finally letting Mr. Clean and the Brawny Man declare their love. Because, that's always been sad. They're usually on the same aisle, but they're never allowed to be side by side. The downside of all this wokeness has been these white people that come up and try to show the down with the struggle, these obscure black history references. Do you know Malcolm X was an excellent bowler? Okay, that's cool. Harriet Tubman, she had narcolepsy. All right, that's fine. Martin Luther King, he not only had a dream, but he also had some nightmares. Get away, just get away. White America has discovered Juneteenth, the commemoration of the slaves in Texas who didn't find out for 2 years that they were actually free. So, there's some congressmen that want to turn it into a national holiday. Yeah. I don't know if I'm down with that, because I know how America would treat that. I can see turning on the TV next year and hearing, swing low, sweet chariot. You need a new chariot? Come on down to Coons Ford. We'll get you in a Tahoe today. Still haven't got that reparations check? 0% financing. No problem. Or I'm going to lay down my burden on a Sleepy's memory foam mattress. Come on into our Juneteenth celebration. Black people, 3/5 the price. No. think the thing that scares me the most is that once it becomes a holiday, my Hallmark would get involved, right? I can see my white friends and coworkers sending me these terrible cards. Like you get a card that says, "Hey, I'm sorry about slavery." Open it up. It wasn't cotton picking shame. Yeah. Walking into my office and seeing a card on my desk that says, "Hey, it's been over 140 years since we had slavery." Open the card up. Isn't that all just watermelon under the bridge? Yeah, from Debbie and the girls in HR. It's like, who do I complain to now? Maybe somebody goes high tech, with one of those personalized record your own message. Front of the card says, "Are you still mad about slavery?" You open the card up and it just screams, "Nigga, please! Nigga, please! Nigga, please!" Now I'm stabbing everybody at my job. It's like, oh man. Life. Yeah, everybody's been remarking about doing live comedy and being outdoors, and this is great. But I gotta be honest. The flip side has been also great. Doing the Zoom comedy. I've enjoyed that immensely. I've been able to do comedy all over the world. Tokyo. I've done Russia, England, and Kuala Lumpur, and it's amazing. I think the most amazing thing is everybody speaks English. So, kind of makes me think that maybe colonialism gets a bad rap. I understand. I understand they killed a lot of people, they enslaved even more, stole a lot of land. But without it, people all over the world would understand my dick jokes. So, I don't know. I guess you can call me a slave ship half full kind of guy. I guess that's what I'm saying. Too soon? Slavery too soon? Is that what it is? I got it. I don't know. I do have a son. You can clap it up for that. And I miss when he was young, little whipper coming home. I can remember he was like in 4th grade and he came home one day and he's like all excited. Dad. I'm like, what? He's like, all the fellas got together and we measured. I have the biggest wee-wee in 4th grade. He stopped and he looked me right in the eye. He's like, "Dad, is it because I'm black?" He said, "No, son, it's because you're 16. Get upstairs and study." Father of the year. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But, I don't know. It's craziness that's passed down from generation to generation. My mom was crazy. She was a hoarder, a real hoarder, John. Not a collector, a hoarder. And when she passed away in 2018, my wife and I were left, taking care of the stuff that she hoarded. I mean, hundreds of dresses. A lot of them still had the tags on them, never worn. I mean, like, I knew they were old, like from the 70s, because they were like goldenrod or avocado green, with matching go-go boots, that kind of stuff. What else did we get? We also got a whole bunch of boxes with ashes in it. She cremated and kept every animal we ever had as a child. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. Threw me for a loop, at first. I was like, oh my God, look at all this stuff. And it made me think, oh, what happened to Grandma? Look at that. Yeah, we got that box too. Okay. We know where she is. It's okay. Oh, I've been feeling sad a little bit, with all the stuff that's been going on, with Trump and the Republicans and the latest shooting. I thought we were past all this, I thought with Obama we were post-racial. And, it hit me hard. I was in downtown D.C. not too long ago, and this little white girl was walking in front of me. And she looked back and saw me. And she immediately took her Barbie purse and she moved it to the other side of her body and she clutched it really tight. Gotta admit, it made me feel a little sad. I think mainly because the minute I had to knock her to the ground to snatch it. It's like, yeah, the race isn't working out for either one of us. And she only had $3. So. Jeez. Yeah, parents, you just gotta bigger allowances, please. Bigger allowances. That's I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I was lamenting in the car, what to talk about tonight. It's been so long since I've done comedy standing up. Doing Zoom, you're always sitting down. It's just tough on a fat guy like me. To be honest, medically, fat guys will tell you. Fat people in general will tell you. When you get up in the morning, that's the smallest your feet are going to be all that day. So, if you don't put your shoes on early, you're barefoot for the rest of the day until the next morning. I mean, that's the reality. So, you guys are all slim back there. I can't tell in the dark. So, somebody coughing or still awake. Oh, there we go. Any fat people back there? All of us. You got your shoes on, or is everybody barefoot back there? What's going on? You bought bigger shoes. You got your morning shoes and then your after lunch shoes. Okay, I got you. There's John. Down in front, please. I like to joke about race because it's killing me. No, it's a reoccurring theme for me, And I like doing stuff about race, especially these Zoom mics because it transports. It's amazing, I talk about colonialism. It's like I can tell the same jokes in India because I just have to substitute British in for them. It's like it makes me worry about the planet sometimes. I guess the thing is, at its core, it's like I'm always interested in stuff. I'm one of those jack of all trades, master of none. Because everything interests me, especially news. I love wacky news articles. I don't know if you guys saw this, but you can actually rent the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile now. Anybody know that? It's odd though. You can only rent it for engagements. To pop the question, which I think is odd. I think it sets up an unreal expectation for the bride. 27-foot wiener behind your betrothed. I don't know that I could live up to that. I'll be honest. And I'm a black man, so I mean, I also saw an article of a 11-year-old black kid who was selling his white schoolmates N-word passes so they could use the N-word. Yeah, he made $1,000 doing it. Right, but the gig was up when the first white kid came home with a black eye. So his parents are making him give the $1,000 to Black Lives Matters. I'm not too worried about this kid, because I mean he seems like he's a go-getter. He's got a head on his shoulders. I mean, after all, he took nigga and made nigga aid. You know what I mean? So I think he's going to be okay. I guess I'll close out with this. I am the oldest comedian that you've seen here tonight. You can tell by my gray hair. And I am at that point now. If I'm up at 3 a.m., 50% of the time it's because I got to pee. And the other 50% is because I got to pee again. I mean, it's just terrible. And I miss being young, like John and Adam. These guys, they got that hard, powerful stream when they go to the bathroom. They're like little firemen with their fire hoses. Yeah, if I'm your fireman, your house is burning to the ground. So, when I go, it's more like a ketchup pump at McDonald's, sort of squirt. Yeah, so it's so bad now. I usually sit when I pee, which is kind of awkward at a urinal, Well, you just remember, you got to stand up before you flush, or your back gets wet. You know? Yeah. My doctor actually makes me pay for 2 appointments if I have to pee in a cup. So, oops. Cut her off.
Sue, you all right?
That's okay. You all right? Okay. This is my wife, by the way. So, yeah. She drove us here, so you know I'm terrified now. Where was I? Oh yeah, so keep going. Okay. I guess I have to because you know she's the boss. You know, I told you this gag was going to work. You should have waited just a little bit longer. What? I have it? Okay. We just became birds and Allen, and I had no idea. Okay, I didn't explain that pee in a cup, that my doctor books me for 2 appointments if I have to pee in a cup, which I think is rude. And I have hair, you know, growing in weird places, like, you know, tops of my ear. In fact, I had this long hair that grew out of my ear, and I went to pull on it, and my leg went up. So, you know what? I'm just going to tie this one off. A couple of weeks ago, I had to shave the knuckles of my toes to get them into my shoes. I guess what I'm saying is I'm not getting old. I'm turning into a hobbit. I'm looking for a quest sometimes. But I'm still black. Thank you. Thank you. I got to deal with that. Thank you. Anything else? This just became improv. Okay. Give me an animal and an occupation. Let's go. Let's go. I think we went so far off the rails. I don't know how to pull this back. I don't know how to pull this back. I'm sure I'm over my 1 minute, so I don't know if you just go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You just had wine, right? You weren't sneaking any other stuff while I wasn't looking. You know, I know we didn't eat before we came here. I knew that, but I know. Yeah. It is still a good question, yeah. See, I used to do this in college. You know, we would give blood before we drank beer. You know, that way we get twice the mileage. You know? That's John. I think you've known John for what, 7 years now? Yeah. He looks a little different with the mask on. Yeah. So he's still Jewish. I'm still black. He's still Jewish. You're still sitting on the ground. So you know what? I am going to end there, and thank you guys. And I'm going to go pick my wife up off the ground. You guys.